Now that I've gone over some quantization basics, I want to take a sec to explain the differences between region and event-based quantization in a DAW. Before I do anything, I'll first resave the project with a unique name so that I can go back to the original composition if I need to. I do this at each step of the MIDI prep process. When you quantize MIDI data, you can either quantize on the region level or the event level. MIDI events are individual MIDI notes, whereas regions are collections of MIDI events. For example, these are MIDI regions. If I enter the region, I can see all of the individual MIDI events. So if I wanted to quantize all of the events in this region, I could do so by selecting a quantization value in my DAW, then just selecting quantize from my DAW's menu or pressing the appropriate key command. And just like that, all the MIDI events in my region are quantized. That's pretty cool and super convenient. Unfortunately, that's not always a practical solution. Here's why. When quantizing MIDI, I can select from one of several rhythmic subdivisions. Region level quantization works if all the notes in the region are of similar subdivisions or if all of the notes are of the same subdivision. As an example, let's take a look at the timpani. If I open that up, I can see that the part consists of notes played on the second and fourth beats of every measure. So, if I were to choose eighth notes as my subdivision, with iterative quantize disabled, and hit quantize, everything snaps right into place. And it also works just fine if I select quarter notes. Let's take a look at a different example now. I'm going to open up the cello solo that I've programmed. The first couple of bars are just eighth notes and quarter notes, so I can safely choose either eighth or quarter notes as my subdivision and quantize those events. The next phrase, though, begins with three eighth note triplets, so I'd actually have to select eighth note triplets from the quantize menu and making sure that iterative quantize is off, hard quantize to triplets. This next section can safely be quantized with an eighth note subdivision, so I'll just select eighth notes as my subdivision and quantize that. And the rest of the solo is just a repeat of the first half, so I'll just repeat the process here. I hope that helps understand the difference between region and event-based quantization. Knowing when to use each method will really speed up your workflow.